Thank you guys. Thank y'all. How y'all doing tonight? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's a good night. The crowd has filled in. We've got a dude and two hoes in the VIP, as they say in the black community. I'm identifying like that for a minute, so it's not offensive, bitches. Just picking. It's a comedy show. Like Andrew said, if you didn't want to get picked on, you shouldn't come in here anyway. Just a little whimsical. And what's your name again? Elephant? All right, perfect. Man, I love coming to open mics and hearing new people because I've never heard comedy written exactly like a college essay. You had an introduction, 3 points, and a conclusion. And I have a high school diploma and I could figure that out. And dude with the booby song, I don't know what the fuck happened after you got off stage, but I accidentally dapped him up and said, good job. Good job to you. That was an awesome booby song. That's like more my speed than the college essay comedy. But man, I also love doing comedy because all my comedy friends say, you're a sweetheart, Zach. And all my family says, you probably got diabetes. That's a dumb one. That's a really dumb one I just wrote. Glad I got the smart people with that one. But also, I heard in the news this week that gay people can donate blood now. Yeah. I mean, I'm pushing it a little bit for me. Did you hear about the name of the scientist that did it, the team? They were called the First AIDS Kit. Yeah. And Tina Turner died today, R.I.P., rest in peace, her. I think every good artist we should learn something from. And from her, I learned it's okay to masturbate to black women. So remember her tonight when you go to sleep. Man, you really like me, don't you? That one time I told you were funny, and you just love me now. I'm so glad. You're even sitting right by my camera and everything. This is perfect. Oh, man. Fuck. Man, Jerry Springer died too, and we need to remember him because he was like one of the greatest entertainers of a sick day, you know? A lot of people don't know this, but he was born in London, England. All right? A little surprising. Yep, there you go, my heart. Shout out, you're colonizing people. Hell yeah. But anyway, he was born in London, England, but not for the right reasons. He was in a Jewish family. That's how he became the best entertainer in the world. But, hold on with me for just a second. He was about to be born in Poland, where Hitler was invading. Now, can you guys imagine how much more we would hate Hitler if he had also killed Jerry fucking Springer? That would be a whole nother level. But anyway, on to his regular life. He moved over to Ohio pretty quickly. They were immigrants, moved on over. And he was getting into politics. He wanted to be like mayor of Cincinnati, I think. Not really sure. So let's also take a minute to think about this. Fuck a white picket fence for the American dream. We could have had Donald Trump and Jerry Springer as presidents. All right? That's a fucking American dream right there. But kind of like Donald, Jerry likes sex a lot. And he used to go to get blowjobs a lot down the street from the office. And it caught up to him because he would write checks. And you kids in here, you're like, what the fuck does that mean? It's basically you're sending a Venmo in 1980, but it's on a piece of paper. So it's very, very, very traceable by every amount. And so that's how we know all this. And he got busted. That's how I got out of politics and into entertainment. But the best part is, in the memo line, the Venmo line where you write what it's supposed to be for. You buying weed, you write birthday cake, right? Something like that. You kids know this. But anyway, he wrote, for services rendered. Okay? And he was getting his dick sucked. Come on, Jerry. You would have fit right in politics. But he did his best to stay around scumbags and liars his whole life. He didn't get very far from politics in his show. Oh man, I love that fucking line. Man, I love that line so much, and you guys are fucking just like, what? I get a nod of approval from my dude. It was good. I'll have to rewrite it this time or two. We'll workshop it here in a little bit. Man, what about this axe throwing phenomenon that's going on? Hey, you like axe throwing? Yeah, you do? You're gonna have to speak louder. Gotcha, cool. So it's really weird that it's taken over to me, and it's like a dating thing, because you're supposed to be learning about your spouse or significant other, you know, whatever, when you're dating. What the fuck are you learning at an axe throwing range? Right?
Obviously, they can kill you.
Yeah, something like that. I'm getting to that point here in just a second. Hold tight, bud. Because I'm just white trash enough to see that these axe throwing ranges, they're the exact length of a double wide's kitchen. Okay? And I've been in enough white trash arguments to know that the axe throwing motion is the exact same as taking a fucking dinner plate to the skull from a crazy fucking white trash woman. Yeah, so that's what you're learning at axe throwing. And I'm studying, listen at me, I ain't studying for shit. I'm practicing for a dark comedy night. So I have to go down this road, so you'll have to bear with me for a little bit. Axe throwing, when I saw it come up, I was like, man, these are popping up as like an alternative to gun ranges. Is this what the liberals want? You know, it was really hard for me. I couldn't fathom, you know, what the fuck was going on. How is this like actually a thing? And then I got to thinking, man, is this for school shootings? Is it easier to stop an 8-year-old with an axe than it is an 8-year-old with a gun? Because if that's the truth, we need to reevaluate our police situation 3 times over. But anyway, I thought that point over a couple of times, and I told this joke in Roanoke, and it got a light applause, but one lady stuck her hand up, and she's like, not in Roanoke. Down here, our axe throwing range is at the gun range where you can buy guns and everything else. And it was at that point in my life, I knew I lived in the perfect environment for me. I have to stay around here forever, and I love it. It's the perfect place. Who doesn't want to throw guns and fucking axes and knives and shit at the same time? But I also love comedy, because comedy is the only thing where your family will look you square in the eye and be like, I don't support you in this. There's not a whole lot else you'll get. But I got it the other day. So my Nana's twin brother died. And, you know, it didn't mean a whole lot to me because he was kind of an asshole, and he was an asshole. Can't really say much more about him now. You know, love him while he was around, but call it like I see it now. Ain't got to please him. But anyway, Uncle Bobby, appreciate you and everything you didn't teach me. But we were sitting there talking the other day, and my Nana was like, introducing me to an aunt. That's where I was going. She's introducing me to an aunt. Sorry, open mic. This is rough. But anyway, introduced me to a new aunt, and she was like, Zach, they told you earlier I like to fish. Show her a fish picture. And I pulled out my phone, I was looking, I was like, man, there's a lot of comedy photos in here, Nana. And I know because I know Nana hates it. She's like, well, straight up, don't support that. Find us a picture of a fish. I was like, all right, bitch, I've got a whole fucking album in here. And I found one, and I put it up. And as the conversation was coming to an end, I was going outside to work, and the aunt that I was introduced to was going to leave. And she was like, am I gonna see you Friday at the funeral? And I was like, trying real hard to think of a really supportive way of saying no. And if you ever want to be real supportive and say no, you just gotta look them square in the eye and say something they said to you. And so I looked them square in the eye and I said, I don't know if I support old people dying. I got a fishing trip planned. And so I went outside after that, and I was weed eating and working. And my Nana, I came back in, and she was like, "So Zach, how much money is that work you did worth?" I said, "Well, I don't know, Nana. In comedy, all I gotta do is hold a microphone and sit on a stool, tell some jokes. I went outside with a fucking weed eater in the hot sun. You do some fucking math." And she came up with $40, and that fucking sucks. So y'all be sure to tip the bartenders and hit the tip jar back there for the comedians too. Thank y'all.